Okay, we already know society is fucked up, but let me tell you who it is. Mind you, I can't see them. I haven't met them. I know they're close by. Basically, when and disclaimer, all right, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump, right? But when I'm a least fan of people who will not work with him under any circumstances when it comes to releasing the non-violent offenders that the community needs back, right? So what happened? Trump wants notoriety. He wants to be known for working with people. So he gave the responsibility to fucking celebrities. And they didn't produce any lists at all. As a matter of fact, they went back and they said, don't release this and that and that and that person. Because it challenges their fame and how they arrived at where they are. If you would have picked those who promote upward mobility in our communities to come up with the list, they would have produced it. Right? Instead, you got all these people running around making sure that it never takes place. And they'll be like, oh, there's no positive male role models. There's no men. There's no men. They're absentee. Oh, they're absentee. Shut the fuck up. It could just be it's too late for you to shut the fuck up. And so they bought you. Like you know what I mean? It's like I might be a conspiracy theory, but I think that my texts are being selectively edited. So I'm not allowed to even talk to my own women in my own family. Somebody who has precedence over that. And I'm not going to tell them because they'll be like, make me even more mad, right? They'll be, oh, it's you conspiracy theories. Screw that. I mean, they might have bought people like you, but that ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna be enough. And sooner or later, you won't even be able to fucking get by on that shit. You're not gonna be able to say that shit. You don't want me to start promoting upward mobility. They don't want me to. They want to be in denial and act like my time is worthless and shit, but they have to trick me. Like, I didn't agree to go over there under the circumstances that you were gonna spring on me. We agreed beforehand, and you went act like I'm not cooperative. Then you weren't like, to, there's no men. Oh, they're all, you know what I'm saying, like they're all crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. I got scammers calling me all the time because I tried to reach out to you guys. They know what I have. You don't. The scammers are on my ass. Like, they interrupt my Call of Duty when I'm playing Call of Duty. They interrupt me all the fucking time. Because I used social media to reach out to people like y'all. And on my cell phone, WhatsApp and all these stuff. They want me to call them up with my real number and find out which account is my social media connected to. Find out that I have 2FA, then put somebody. They have to keep track of you, and one day they're gonna try to find out how to get your to you, right? They just need to have a certain device or get or hopefully you're stupid, right? Hopefully you'll just tell them. Well, anyways, if I'm still on top after a couple years, if I'm still around and haven't been robbed blind, I'm probably going to be working with a company, with like a whole company, not a clique. It would be a company. The way that starts, it would be free. It would be, you know what I'm saying, like all this, I could see it happen. It's just a matter of time. But the women in my family are all nuts. They're all crazy. One of them, the most indoctrinated one of them, that wanted to be friends, wanted to be my sister's friend. She's both my sister, but she's half my sister. She gonna be a diabetic. They done fucked her head up. Her parents made her a diabetic. I can explain how. I just don't want to get into that shit. It fucking pissed me off. I just gotta outlast them. And they know that I mean, you know what I'm saying? They must be jealous because they don't want to see me living well, even if I let them help me get there. But I mean, it's okay if I gotta support some other strugglers first, and then they know where I'm coming from. Then I'll do that, and it's just a matter of time. Still, it's just a matter of time. You're gonna look even fucking worse. You're gonna look worse than you do today. Like, you should already look the same today as any other day, because I already know that you resonate with those people that they're an obstacle for the black community. They are a fucking major obstacle, and you run around hoping that one day they remember you to give you a job or something. Give me a fucking break. They are positioning to try to take my spot as the black male and the positive role model or whatever. They want to be me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need any credit. I'm not even gonna get no credit. I just you know what I'm saying? I'm not like taking the effect the tough guy approach. I'm not gonna try to solve problems the tough guy way, but I'm gonna be what's it called? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or destroy them. Worse than a psychotic nihilist. When you rock with your people, you are worse. You're worse than, you know what I'm saying? The butcher. They want me to talk tough and shit. They know that where my real power is at. Fucking spotting value and promoting upward mobility within the fucking community. If there's no other way to pursue happiness and shit, then fucking you can have a lot of money and still be a poor person. It's just a matter of time. Like, that's my fault. If you know what I mean, because I'm like illiterate and fucking I won't do certain things because it doesn't make sense why that's the next move. Then again, it's not even a step towards upward mobility, but just it's not that step. Because the need is not fully there yet. Like, it's not 100% necessary for me to get another Wi-Fi router. It's not 100% necessary for me to get my license. It's like, what is 100% necessary? Nothing. It's to get me to be idle, not idle, but to get me to be idle through political actions. Like, they want to dilute my message through political action. One message I don't need to even work too hard to get out, because it's not for everybody anyway. It would be for me. If I try to help somebody and they can't tell what I'm doing, it must be retardation, because a lot of people are asking for that about that shit, and I don't know them well enough, and I can't trust a stranger or whatever reason. Then they're in proximity, and they don't even know what the fuck. They don't even know what the fuck. What do they want to act like? You know, this isn't real. This isn't real. Like, oh, what you're showing me is just some of your elusive dreams and schemes. Like, you guys are dumb. Look how they turn the black women against black men. And then look at how fucking they get down with this shit. Look how they get down with it. Then they think that the games that they are trying to play is gonna work. We're just gonna do stuff without you, you dummy. We're just gonna do stuff without you. We still love kids. We still love the community. We still clean up the community. You know what I'm saying? We still have opposition, and there's still pieces of shit in the community, and you still have all the same problems. You better know who the fuck is who. You better figure out who is who real quick. If you want to play around and shit, you're just gonna be end up with the eugenicist, paid in full, discarded. Right? They're just gonna discard your ass once they don't need you anymore. What do you think that they could do for you that your people can't do for you? They used to not be able to give what's it called? Who couldn't they give a gift to? Cleopatra? I mean, I don't care if Cleopatra was white or anything, but the fact is they couldn't give her a gift. Cleopatra was one of those usurper that came along later. She was a dynastic bullshitter. Nefertiti it was trying to bring back the old, the true cult from where the pharaohs were not what's it called, on a pilgrimage from Uganda and shit. They were women. They changed the power dynamic when gay priests started to import kings from Jewish kings, right, for bulwarking power. They weren't slaves. They were a bulwark for the power, and then they would import pilgrims from Benin, Togo, Uganda area, like to represent the living God among men, to be an example, and that's gay. Okay. Things changed a lot when the balance of power shifted from paternalism to a kind of like a split power. It's not matriarchy or patriarchy. They split the geography so that the hard, rough areas would be inhabited by the men, the warrior class, and then the lush, comfortable, the easy places to live was the pharaoh, which was the women's power, which of course makes sense. But then, that was so long ago. That was like tens of thousands of years ago. We're on some different shit today than we can't even acknowledge. And people get mad because they don't understand how power could be broken down that way and shit. But now we got white knights, and women are still running the show. They're still running all this shit. It's just that they get white knights. See, the gays had more power when they had power in Egypt than the women have today. They can't do the same shit. I don't think women can do the same shit that those gay priests could do. So it's a little bit weaker. If you go before that, the women had more power because they didn't even have to share. You couldn't give them a gift. They have everything. But now they are trying to cajole black women to get them to take a side with the lesbian itinerary, attack in San Francisco near the Mission. They put on the hill, they made a pink triangle. Everybody sees it. It's a spiritual attack on the black man. You know what I mean? Fucking Jannies are fucking stupid. They don't think we can put two to two together and shit because they have their thing going and everything like that. But you're purposefully crossing over into our shit like you need an award for themselves in the life of the housewife, right? They need black women. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them because they got molested, right? I'm not mad at them because they recruit inadvertently because people wanted to hang out with them because saying that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about is who know, you know what I'm saying? Like, who coerces the rest of society? Who has to go after, those, who has to stage these attacks and go after society as a power jockey and fucking unwrapping those little velvet ice cream, those little velvet packets of ice cream and shit. Like that shit probably got the epichrome in it, or the epiдрine, or whatever shit. They're just cheesy and whack, and they will fucking wear out. They will wear out. They need more. They already double dipped into the populace for some more of that energy. There's just what you started out with, and then there's just what the populace has, and you already double dipped, and they must be about to wear the fuck off. Because I don't even care. I don't even care. Women don't even exist to hustlers anymore. And we still promote upward mobility, and we're still coming back. We're still coming back for the kids, which they only use for mind control propaganda. We're the real shit. You can't know that. You're not allowed to know yet. Because it's still not done, and it's still resisting all the effort. Oh, start picking on motherfuckers, one reason or another. I'm not even gonna comb my fucking hair or nothing. I'm sitting here just plotting, just planning how to rise. And motherfucker, they're just being critical and calling it critical thinking, and it is not. I'm not a sack of potatoes like that. If you want to be a sack of potato and emasculate, and you're only really alive when you're inciting contentious bickering, you fell off. I fell off before too. The thing is, you can't address that anymore because it's dead. It's all dead. That's all dead vibration. Why in the past, where it's like I went off to stay with my mama and shit like that because it's selfish. But that person is dead. There's no longer need to, those kind of false or false comfort, that fake assurity. You don't need it no more.